Hi, thanks for joining our Rebel webinar on creating a social first blog with RebelMouse. We've started to turn these webinars more into a series that we're doing. So we've decided the new format is a little shorter, about half an hour sessions, and still some time for Q&A at the end. And we'll be recording these as well, so you can always go back and look at a past webinar if you can't join it at the time. So RebelMouse first launched in private beta in June 2012. It's a little more than a year ago. And we've been launching new features constantly since then. So this is meant to be sort of a quick overview of all the great ways you can use RebelMouse for a blog. And a lot of these features then we could dive into much further, and we probably will in future webinars, but this will give you a wonderful overview. And the main thing that I want to get across here is that we not only allow you to bring in content you're sharing on social networks, we're also a full publishing platform. So oftentimes people don't realize actually the full power that is available with RebelMouse. So almost certainly your blog is out of date. And I don't say that to be mean, or I haven't seen your blog in particular, but how often do you have time to write a great full-length blog post? Compare that with how quickly information gets out of date and stale just in the real-time world we're in, and you see the problem that we're facing, and this is what we're trying to solve. So this is a study about how frequency of blogging can impact your bottom line. When I look at this, I see that to stay top of mind and increase sharing, you need to be creating and curating content frequently. So we believe blogging should be as easy as tweeting. While their blogs are often out of date, we find people are sharing real-time thoughts and moments to their social networks. These updates reflect who they are and their point of view in the world. But right now, they're getting lost in the stream. The half-life of a tweet is between 2 and 3 hours, and for Facebook, it's a little over 3. RebelMouse allows you to collect your best updates on your blog so people can continue to find and share them. So that brings us to RebelMouse, the first time you can really have a real-time, truly social blog. RebelMouse allows you to seamlessly bring together your social updates and feeds with your original content and posts. It's easy to add RebelMouse as a front page for an existing blog, as you can see Ben Parr has done here, and that's on benparr.com if you want to take a look. It's using our WordPress plugin. And that's for people who are sort of already invested in a blog. Setting RebelMouse as a front page is a great option. If you're deciding what platform to start a blog on, RebelMouse can actually power the full experience as well. So both options are available. Why use RebelMouse for your blog? So we have a focus on visual content while also making it easy to add in more content and text beyond that. Our users have found that this leads to higher time on site, engagement, and more page views. With that is a focus throughout, as we're building things, always on making things easy to share and working with all the different social networks to make sure everything sort of fits well and is shareable as they're added. One of the other advantages of RebelMouse is how easy it is to rearrange the content on your blog. Reverse chronological order is how you see most blogs are arranged, and it's an incredibly simplistic way to order your site. You have very important updates like a new product, a job, or just a post you're particularly proud of that you're going to want to highlight. And you can easily do this using our freeze function. So you just, as you hover over a post, you click freeze. You can set it to freeze forever for a certain amount of hours or days, and it'll stay in that spot even as new content comes in around it. So it's a great way to showcase something that matters to you. It's also really easy to simply drag and drop posts along the page, so you can find exactly the order that gets the point across that you want to make. And we have different layouts too, so you can see, like in this example here, there's this huge top, we call that giant splash, that's available for pages if you want to add it, or you can have a layout where each post is more equal. That depends, on your style and what you're sharing there. So you can also blog directly on RebelMouse. This can be done using the share what's new option on your front page, and that's sort of what's shown here. And you can add in photos, videos, you can paste in a link there as well, and it'll pull in sort of things from the article that you want to share. But you can also simply click edit on any existing tweet, Instagram, update, or post on your page and write in even more. You may find that you tweet about an article, during a busy day, but later that night you have more to say. It's easy to just go back in, add in your other thoughts, and then tweet out your new post. One of the most powerful features that not that many people know about is we have the ability to automatically create a daily newsletter from what you share on RebelMouse. So we call these Rebel Alerts. And you'll see you start getting them yourself once you sign up for your own site. But actually, anyone can sign up to get yours. And you can even integrate with MailChimp, and that just allows you to have more power over the list, to customize, add your own logo, and really make it your own. Having put together a lot of newsletters myself, I know how incredibly hard and time-consuming that can be. So it really is an amazing way to save you a bunch of time and still, get out to your readers, get out to their inboxes. And you also don't need to limit yourself to your own updates. It's easy to add in other content and become a curator with RebelMouse. You can do this simply by, tweets you favorite can get added to your RebelMouse. Tweets you retweet get added. You can use our Bookmarklet that allows you to add from anywhere on the web. You can add from a hashtag. For instance, if you're running a Twitter chat, you can use that hashtag to bring in great content from that Twitter chat and curate it all on one page. We've also got a great new feature that lets you notify users when you add their tweet to your site. So it's a great way to thank someone for a great post and show them how you're featured. There's an example there, and then if you go, I included a short link for the blog post on how you can set it up on your RebelMouse. It's just rbl.ms/notify to learn more about that one. And then you can also easily add your own take to a tweet. So if you find a tweet you like, here's my fun little one, Megan Mouse loves our new post pages. Just go into RebelMouse, paste that link, it'll show up there, and then you can add your own comment on top of that, and it'll very clearly show the tweet with the credit, and then your comment sort of separate from that as the headline. So it's a really powerful way to curate with your own comments included. One great timely example is how Al Jazeera America is using RebelMouse for their Syria live blog. I highly encourage you to check it out. I've included the short link on the slide there. We'll be adding great new features for live blogging soon, so watch out for more here. It's something we think is going to be a really, really powerful way to use RebelMouse, and we're very, very excited about it. One more great feature to know about is RebelNav, which allows you to easily categorize your blog, creating sections that your readers can browse through. You can have your social updates flow in automatically to these sections based on certain tags to make curating a snap. So as an example, this is the RebelMouse blog. So if we, for instance, tag a tweet with buzz or press, it'll automatically go into our press and buzz tab, and that'll just happen, without any work on our part. But we can also go through and curate using drag and drop, and just drag a post into any spot on the navigation, and it'll go in that tab. So one other option is, I mentioned, this briefly before, that RebelMouse can power your entire page. So if you want to, if you have a domain, RebelMouse can actually, power that full domain experience, or a subdomain like blog.yourname.com can become completely powered by RebelMouse. And that's an option. It's actually a paid upgrade for RebelMouse. It's just about $10 a month. So it's not too pricey. But we're happy to answer any questions there if you're considering but not quite ready to take the leap. But of course, using RebelMouse on RebelMouse.com can be completely free, so no need to do that, to use it as a free blogging platform. And then I mentioned we like to iterate very quickly, so I wanted to share some of the things that we have coming up. Those include more design and layout options. We want to include more themes, as well as making it easier for you to sort of granularly edit your theme to make it fit your branding. We're going to include notifications when someone reposts or likes your post. So on RebelMouse, if you see a post you like, you can repost it to your own RebelMouse. We want to let you know when someone's doing that. Right now it happens, but you don't necessarily know about it. We want to include more stats so you can really see what's working, what's not. Group blogging. So you can already actually add admins to your RebelMouse, and that allows anyone anyone you're working with to help you curate a blog with you. But we want to more explicitly show, create blogging experiences where you can showcase who's editing and who has like added a certain post and make it a very, very collaborative experience. We also want to add ways to comment, more ways to customize the sharing language within it. And then I mentioned, those Rebel alerts. Right now they're daily. Soon we'll have an option to make them weekly if you want to, get that out to your audience, but you think that a weekly cadence would work better for them. And I should add that really, really, truly, I know a lot of companies say this, but for us, it's incredibly true that our roadmap is influenced by what people ask for, and it has happened more than once that someone asked for a feature and 2 days later it's actually live. So if you're wondering if something is possible, shoot us a note, and if it's not already, we might be able to make it happen for you. Cool, so that's reached the end of my mini overview. If anyone has specific questions, you can actually type them into that question box there, or you can raise your hand and I can unmute you to let you ask a question as well. You'll notice on this slide we do have a coupon, Rebel Blog, if you are interested in powering a site to get a discount there for coming and attending our webinar. I should also add that we're always super, super available and helpful at early@rebelmouse.com. Any question, if you want us to walk you through something, we're very happy to do that, and we'll definitely get back to you soon. So feel free to try us out there. Cool. So I got one question about the RebelMouse Notify feature. I should add that I'll make sure we tweet that out directly after this webinar as well. But it should be rbl.ms/notify should take you to that blog post. But I'll make sure we tweet from @RebelMouse, and I'll tweet from @MeganBerry as well, just in case you missed that one, because it's a cool one to enable. Great. So I see a couple comments from Jim and Howard on comments. Jim was asking about Livefire. Howard was just saying he's would really love to see comments. So great. Yeah, that's absolutely important to us too. It's awesome to hear that you guys are really interested in that. Definitely look out for that coming soon for sure. Got a question from Mark on if RebelMouse blogs work with WordPress plugins. Yeah, so we have a WordPress plugin that you can actually, it's a free plugin to add to WordPress to make RebelMouse either the front page of your blog, like Ben Parr had in that example I used, or to make it, any sort of page within it. If you want to create a social page or a community page, we can help that too. So I just recommend checking it out within WordPress's plugins. It's a pretty easy and powerful way to bring RebelMouse into a site you already have. Another question from Howard is, it'd be great to be able to customize or at least change the notify language from time to time. Absolutely, great one. I'm so happy to hear you say that, because that one should be coming within the next month. So we'll try to let you know when that's out. It'll be a great feature. So question from Jeremy Kaplan, is there a way to pull in random Flickr pictures or YouTube videos from multiple Flickr or YouTube channels? So our Bookmarklet allows you to pull in anything from just anywhere on the web. So you could pull in from Flickr, pull in from YouTube. You could also grab the links and you add that using the add something to your RebelMouse page. So yeah, absolutely, you can pull that in. You can also pull in from a YouTube channel or Flickr account directly in your content and feeds tab. Jim has a question about post via email. So that's a really great question. We don't support that yet, but I'll definitely float that around the team and see if maybe we want to add that into the roadmap. Would love to hear sort of more about that as well. Actually, Jim, I see you raise your hand. So I think if you're there, I'm going to unmute you because then you could share more about how you were thinking you would use it as well. Jim, are you there? Okay, I think Jim isn't there, so we'll move on. But it was a great idea. Another question from Camille: is there a way to limit the number of screens shown on an embedded RebelMouse so that the page is not infinite size? We do have some options for that. The best thing to do is actually to email us at that email address, early@rebelmouse.com, and we can help walk you through how to change your code to make that work. And then Howard has a question about iPad usage, and that's a great thing that I actually forgot to mention, is that we are very focused on making RebelMouse work across all platforms and devices. So we have different, mobile views for your phone, for your iPad, and different screen sizes. So that's something we're constantly working on. We think we're pretty happy with it now, but we're always improving as well. In terms of an app specifically, we are definitely working on mobile apps, but I don't have an exact sort of ETA for when those will launch yet. Awesome, great. So let's see, just to make sure didn't miss a question. Let's see. So Howard asks, will the management tools work on mobile Safari? We do allow you to make some edits on mobile, but it's less powerful than the full desktop version. So it'd be interesting, Howard, if you just sort of pop in there, give that a try, and let us know if that's sort of what you're looking for, if there's something more robust you'd be wanting to have in mobile. We always love to hear that feedback. I think I'll start to let you guys go and get back to lunch and work, or depending on your time zone, breakfast. But I wanted to thank you all for joining. Check out that sort of coupon we have there. But more than that, just shoot us a note with any questions. Try it out. Tweet at us. We love seeing great examples, so we'd love to feature what you're doing. We'd love to hear more about it, and we'd love to make RebelMouse work better for any bloggers out there. So thanks, guys. Look out for more webinars to come.